There are times I wish
Strength is not a physical attribute, it's a spiritual avenue.
My mind is telling me smarter, I need to be stronger, I will succeed. This is the sound of beauty.
You are the echo that disguises itself during thunderstorms, the soprano pitch that glistens over sunrises, carrying itself like wingless birds through unheard canyons, not aware how grand you are. How the only distinguished flaw that pertains to your being is the magic wand, the abracadabra secret trespasser, scattered letters of torment, write willingly without your consent. This is acknowledgement that the rubble that you were barricaded in, the panic of sinking, the drowning into the abyss where your dreams were forced to be dormant, was noticed. The landscape of shoulders to lean on feels like boulders to the simplest touch. We'll be immovable, like penguins in the Arctic frenzy. I will hold you like Victor scales mean shit, like quicksand and you on my stick. I will remind you that phenomenal has no restrictions, that pain is no longer permitted without authorization, that your haven of bliss is always safe in my presence, that the worst invention ever made, ever mentioned, was his critiques that left you feeling webbed, lifeless, spineless.
He was the baritone undertone during a street corner harmony, the sound so piercing that only the silent could bear witness. So his persuading made even dogs howl at his presence. He was the mirror image man, that Ken doll who always kissed Barbie good morning and never had to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye.
He was the imaginary husband you played house with, the Maxwell type romantic, the love and basketball challenge. Your pretty wings guided behind him like moths to stadium lights. And this is why your strings weep gently like beetles, like butterflies caged in jelly jars. You watch your Atlantis crumble, civilization cease to exist. You survive the heartache that makes heart attacks look like morning allergies, casting shadows over the memories of painful reminders, hiding in the distraught like covert soldiers, blending into our own creation of betrayal, frail in the soul but solid in betrayal. How many ticks does it take to reach the center of our being? From preteen fantasizing and believing his idolizing was only temporarily captivated by desirable figures, ass jiggles and the momentary boppy whispers. You lingered on his request, falling short of the realization that your creation was beautiful as is. And this is why your I love yous hung on his knuckles, belt buckles and weeping chuckles. Help was a distant ear, and near his heart was always a hallucination, a mirage of your own interpretation.
My mind is telling me smarter, I need to be stronger, I will succeed. This is the sound of beauty.
His cat calls and smack calls was not foreplay. It was his way of degrading your image, making you more of a luxury than humbly lucky to have a life with you in it.
Insinuating you're pretty was scaled on his basis, invading your oasis and dropping his luggage on your back. So every step forward was actually two falling back.
So his momentary intimacy and sincerity was apologetic enough to make you forget all the mascara and cover-up to hide the regret, to hide the results of arguments that left you feeling
undesirable, undeserving.
This is not a test. Your Garden of Eden may need to be refertilized, nurtured with more attention, settling for the behavior of a man who needed intervention, whose egotistical behavior shadowed your ascension into heights you set prior to his arrival. So every dent-ding fist that meets your it's my fault, he's never done that before, compelling version of your denial will no longer be permitted. Excuses, misinterpretations, abbreviations to truth is a mute topic. How the hell could he say I love you and smack you? I will give you my spine so your head never bows down again. I will give you my ribs and carve them into wings so you can feel pretty again. I will make sure the only time you know blush is when I make you smile. I will always make sure your diary of pain is a book that we bury together, that you can now hear the sound, beauty.